If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You know you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, you can count on me 'cause I can count on you.
Listen to the latest from Don Omar's The Last Gone True on Digster's Latin Hits, here on Spotify.
Yo vivo perdido en tus ojos, no me puedo controlar. Serán tu mirada, serán tus besos que no me dejan ni pensar. Yo vivo perdido en tus ojos, no me puedo concentrar. Será tu mirada que me cautiva y me hace delirar.
Have you ever had a dream that your favorite baby's drowning and you grab him by his sweater sleeve, pull him up onto the ground and you can hear the water slosh around inside his tiny gut, push his belly up and down but he can't cough the water up. Suddenly a flood comes out his mouth till there is nothing left inside of him. He's empty now, there isn't even one small breath and he goes limp in your arms. All the people's mouths are moving, all you hear are car alarms and you wake up and start to cry. I will lose my shit if even one more person I know dies, so please don't die. My mom's sick, she's in a hospital bed. I've got a word for all you ghosts in her head and all you skeletons in her closet. Leave her alone, leave her alone, leave her alone, please, because my mom needs you gone. My mom needs you gone. As long as she is haunted, all your paper clips for a soap dish that way. Your best friend's rubber ducky wouldn't slip and slide away, but he traded his rubber duck for a cigar box to place your paper clips in. Mr. Hooper came to say, oh my dear friends Bert and Ernie, here's a little something for each of you from me. Here are your paper clips and here's your rubber ducky. How could I ignore such selfless generosity? The human body's made up of good and bad bacteria, but the antibiotics and the antibacterials are killing all the good ones, and the bad ones just get stronger and become super infections. It's harder to destroy them and it's harder to detect them, and there's something in her blood, and there's something in her leg, and there's something in her brain. My mom's sick, she's in a hospital bed. I've got a word for all you ghosts in her head, and all you skeletons in her closet. Leave her alone, 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 please, because my mom needs you gone. My mom needs you gone. As long as she is haunted, she'll never get strong. My mom needs you gone. 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 Beer I had for breakfast was a bottle of Mad Dog, and my 20/20 vision was 50% off. He said punch buggy red and punched me right in my left eye. I said don't you mean padiddle, and I lit his house on fire. He came home on acid, I was holding his shotgun. I was dressed like Tina Turner in Beyond Thunderdome. He said don't shoot, I said I won't, I love you, you're my friend. I handed him my wig and shot myself in the head. Then I stuffed a box of tissues in the hole in my skull. I got in my Mazda and I drove to the mall. I bought a big Johnson shirt and some silicone tits. When I pulled out the tissues, they were covered with shit. And the beer I had for breakfast was a box of cheap white wine, and the boombox on my shoulder was a box of clementines. I ate every single one without noticing the mold. You said you're gross, my darling. I said no, I'm rock and roll. Even though I'd never ever been in a band, I got cool as black ice tattooed on my hand, and the Christians gave me comic books as if I would be scared of burning in hell while I was already there. And the beer I had for breakfast, silver bullet in the brain, and the beer I had for lunch was a bottle of Night Train, and the beer I had for dinner was my crazy neighbor's bills. We had to sit down on skateboards just to make it down the hill. Then I peed my pants and you stole the groom's cigar, and some old man made me watch him masturbate locked in his car. When I got back to the apartment, you were face down on the floor. You said don't go to bed yet, let's go get a 64. And the beer I had for breakfast was a pint of Jim Beam and a fifth of peach schnapps and some warm Sunny D. And you said bottoms up just as I bottomed out. I tried to scream fuck you, but blood was pouring out my mouth. And Evan Dando never planned on telling you the truth, and your Leonardo ID card is your fountain of youth. You can be a teenager for your whole fucking life. Just find some pretty sucker and make that bitch your wife. And I guess by now you all know my friend Danny broke his neck. He was driving home from Sirens when he got into a wreck. First I cried for him, and then I cried for me, haunted by the ghost of the girl I used to be. But the rocks with holes are warm in my hands, and I bury my toes in the hot, hot sand. And the silver pink pony kisses me and says, come a long, long way, and you deserve to be really happy.
ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me.